story begins as a boy named Xiaowu breaks into an abandoned house as he searches for clues about a demon. We learn that in the city of Hanya, mysterious deaths have been reported, and children have even gone missing. But since it happened during the celebration for the Linging King, the government was afraid to act because they didn't want to upset the higher-ups and ruin the celebration. So the matter was only investigated in secret, and Xiaowu follows the sound of a whistle as he looks around. He chases after a shadow, but it turns out to be a cat, and he realizes that the whistling was just the wind from the crack in the wall. After he leaves, a man named Zhao asks him if he found the demon, wondering if it was behind the whistling sound. But he writes his findings in his notebook, and Zhao reads it, realizing the sound was caused by the wind. He reveals that he has been accompanying Xiaowu to all the places rumored to have demons, but he has been trying to convince him that they don't exist. He tells him to stop messing around, but Xiaowu mentions that he solves all the cases, while Zhao always takes the credit. A boy tells him that a man named Qi is calling him back to the office because another child has gone missing. The boy reveals that according to the rumors, a demon is behind it, so Xiaowu becomes excited, and he rushes to the office. Meanwhile, Qi yells at the guards because they can't even protect a small place like Hanya. They reveal that 5 children have gone missing, and they think the matter is becoming serious, so they should report it to the higher-ups. But Qi notes that it will only make the situation worse, and he tells them they'll face punishment if they can't find the missing children. One of the guards asks him if they should bring Xiaowu with them, but he notes that Xiaowu will only add to the trouble, since he will think it's the work of a demon. But he suddenly arrives at the office, saying a demon is responsible for the situation, so everyone laughs at him. He tries to convince them, and he mentions that he has found clues, but Qi tells him to stop, because he has made them the laughing stock of the town. But he tells Zhao to give him 2 men, saying a girl named Tang saw the demons, but Zhao yells at him for always believing what she says. He notes that he was planning to ask Qi to allow Xiaowu to investigate cases with him, but the only thing he thinks about is demons. He once again asks Zhao to give him 2 men, but he mentions that it's time for the sacrifice to the Linging King. So they shouldn't do anything to disrupt it, because the higher-ups will blame them, telling Xiaowu to leave the case alone. Xiaowu goes to meet Tang, who's crying because she's scared of the demon, so he asks to speak with her alone. He tells her he also saw a demon when he was a child, and no one believed him, but he tells her what's important is that they believe in themselves. She mentions that she saw a boy who was chasing a yellow butterfly, but he was swallowed by the water. She becomes even more scared thinking about it, so her mother comes to calm her down. Xiaowu goes to play chess, hoping to get information